TNA re-signed wrestlers, updated Genesis card, continued fallout on Tessa Blanchard, and a preview of this week's Impact. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, your premier destination for news about TNA Wrestling. I'm John, and without further ado, let's get started. This is Sudden Impact. Wow, I take a couple of days off to spend time with my family, and TNA Wrestling makes massive headlines. So early last week, TNA Wrestling announced that they had re-signed 3 wrestlers. On Monday morning, TNA put out an announcement saying that they had re-signed current TNA Knockouts World Champion Marsha Slamovich, Ash by Elegance, and one half of the Good Hands, John Schuyler. As well, on Friday, the company confirmed that current TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth had extended his contract as well. Neither made mention of the length of the extensions or the new contracts. If you know, please put it down in the comments. So this is fantastic news for TNA Wrestling to go along with the recent news of the TV deals that they've signed in Canada and in the US, as it shows that these wrestlers are wanting to take TNA to the next level. Hopefully more wrestlers re-sign and more TV deals come out in the next few days and months. Are you liking this video? Want to see more? Then like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's free and helps me produce more videos like this. So go ahead and do it so I can continue to bring you news from TNA Wrestling. Alright, back to it. So coming off last week's episode of Impact on Access TV, NESN, Sportsnet 360, and of course TNA Plus, the Genesis pay-per-view saw more matches and things added to it. So if you didn't watch last week's episode and don't want to know, skip ahead to the next timestamp located in the description. So for those people who saw last week's episode or want to know, the current X Division champion, Moose, came to the ring and announced that he will be debuting a brand new X Division championship at Genesis, of course. He was confronted by former TNA wrestler Andrew Everett, who challenged Moose to an impromptu match for the championship, which of course Moose won convincingly. So also there was a backstage segment with Rosemary and returning TNA Hall of Famer Raven, who convinced her to challenge Marsha Slamovich for the Knockouts World Championship at Genesis in a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. Also, Mike Santana ran the gauntlet of the Northern Armory and defeated them all, which secured himself a match against the leader of the Northern Armory, Josh Alexander, at the pay-per-view as well. And Jordynne Grace versus Tessa Blanchard was confirmed finally for Genesis 2025. So Genesis is becoming a must-see event for TNA. So if you're in the area this Sunday, buy a ticket as a few remain. If not, watch it live on TNA Plus or on pay-per-view in the US. And speaking of Tessa Blanchard, the fallout of her return to wrestling in the US continues, as both Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green have spoken out about a controversial return to TNA Wrestling. So in a tweet on X, where the person wanted to see Deonna Purrazzo face Tessa Blanchard in a match, hopefully, after she is finished with her feud with Jordynne Grace, Deonna's reply was simply, nah. And Chelsea Green's response to a fan replying to her original tweet, which is also on the screen. I'm not going to read that out because It's a very uncomfortable read, thing to say as well. But it also says that she doesn't want to face Tessa anytime soon. So I respect Purrazzo and Green's choice not to wrestle or be involved in any way with Tessa Blanchard, even though I may not like it. I'm not going to comment on this any further, as this is a situation that concerns them and them alone. So finally, 5 matches have been announced for the final Impact before Genesis. Now, where Trent Seven faces fellow countryman Leon Slater, Laredo Kid challenges Jake Something, Eric Young and Steve Macklin go up against First Class, Sami Callihan and PCO take on current TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, where if PCO and Callihan win, they will be added to the championship match at Genesis for the tag team championships. And Ash and Heather by Elegance hold a championship celebration of elegance pre-launch. So catch all of this and more on this week's episode of Impact, airing on Access TV, NESN, as well as Right Now in the US, Sportsnet 360 in Canada, and TNA Plus globally. And also be on the lookout for my preview and predictions video for the Genesis pay-per-view later this week, as well as other great content being released. So that's all for this episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Leave your comments down below and ring the bell for notifications on new videos. Sorry. Also, catch this episode wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.